Guys, I got a special one for you tonight. Pretty freaking excited about this one, actually. I have kind of partnered or reached out to Personas, and we've been kind of chatting back and forth a little bit. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. However, I am trying something brand new in hopes of doing something great for you guys and teaching you guys some really cool shit here. So in tonight's episode, what we're going to be looking at is this is actually going to be probably about a 5-6 part mini series. We'll see how that goes, and I'm just not sure of the length of it just yet. But what you are going to learn is I have the actual stems for Cinderella. And if you know me, I love Cinderella, one of my favorite bands. And you can check out my other video of Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. I'll put that right here, and you can check that out. But that and more is coming up tonight in tonight's episode. And I'm just going to kind of give you the runaround on what we're going to be looking at and how we're going to tackle this whole thing. But I just kind of got to lay it out there, and we won't actually get into the recording process of it here tonight. As I said, it'll be a 5-6 part miniseries, but I am freaking excited for this. So that and more coming up right after we roll the intro. Are you kidding me, man? Like, the stems for this song is Nobody's Fool off the Night Songs album, and I got the freaking stems here. So what the point is, without getting into copyright infringement and all that kind of stuff, and it's a little bit of a pilot thing. I will license the rights to it on the back end, but more importantly, I need to show you how we can get tones. We can try to match tracks for guitar tones, keyboards, drums, and the biggest part of it is vocally. I mean, Tom Kiefer is like my idol, and hopefully he's some of your guys' favorite, one of your favorite singers out there as well. And how he can do what he does with his voice is, kind of unknown to science in a way. I mean, he lost his voice for a number of years, and then he came back. He's even better than ever today. The guy is not a young chicken anymore, and he's still got pipes, man. Anyways, I'm not a young chicken myself either, and I still love to try to emulate Tom Kiefer the best I can. And I'm just going to run you through some of the tracks here real quick and just kind of show you how incredible this is. So first things first, I'll just play a little bit of the intro, I guess, so you guys know what I'm talking about here, right? Very familiar with the song. We all know it. So I won't play a whole bunch because I don't want copyright strikes right now or anything like that. But let's go in. Let's fast forward to the first verse. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward this. Let me just hide a track here because I was doing some playing around. Okay, here we go. I count the falling tears, they fall before my eyes. So I just soloed his voice. Seems like a thousand years since we broke the ties. So right off the hop, what I'm learning from just listening to his isolated vocals here is Tom is he's very good at the source. Now when he lays a vocal track down, he's very powerful. He knows when to lean into the mic and when to pull back. So we're going to talk about that once we get to the vocal line, and I'll actually be doing the vocal line and walking you guys through that. But have a listen to what he's got going on for effects, because that's important, because he doesn't have a lot going on here. All I can hear is maybe a very small plate verb, which we can achieve in stock plugins in Studio One. And he's got some reverb in there. You can definitely hear the reverb in there, But now is it a plate verb with a tail, or is it just a reverb with a little bit of a delay on it? We got to kind of figure that out, and we'll try to dissect that and get as close as resemblance as we can to that. So just have a listen just to the effects on the tail of his vocal.
I call you on the phone, but never get a rise. So sit there all alone. It's time you realize I'm not your fool.
Awesome performance, right? So when you can hear the tail on that and everything, but when I put everything else back in, I'll take the solo off here for a minute and just we'll do that last little line.
Sit there all alone. It's time you realize I'm not your fool.
It just fits so nicely into that mix, right? And so if I go and I just let's solo up the background vocals here real quick.
Nobody's fool, nobody's fool. Nobody's fool, nobody's fool.
So in there, I'm hearing right away, I'm hearing 3 harmonies for sure, possibly 4. This actual song has 25 tracks in it, which is quite a bit. Guitar wise, there are so many guitar tracks. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 18 guitar tracks. And we're gonna go through them all. Not tonight, but we're gonna go through them all. Let's go to the guitar solo because it's such a signature guitar solo. I'm gonna solo. Let's solo up these tracks here. 1, 2. There's three major pieces to this solo, and let's have a listen to it. Here we go. Man, awesome, right? So let's do the overlap here real quick, and I just will solo each one of these. So, there we go. Hang on a sec here, guys. Try that again. Right here. Drop the other one out. So tasty. Such an underrated guitar player. Solo the last one out here. So awesome. So that I'm pretty freaking excited about doing this with you guys, let me tell you. And it's pretty late tonight. I'm actually going to post this video tonight, and it's just the worst time in the world to actually post the damn video, but I'm excited about it, and I just kind of want to get moving with it. And part of the PreSonus guys down in Baton Rouge there, great bunch of guys, and they have something where I got these stems from. They have another arm of their business at PreSonus called Mix the Music, and that's mixthemusic.com. And when I kind of stumbled upon this, I thought, that light bulb went off in my head. I was just shocked that they had the Cinderella stems. Like, trust me, I was shocked at that. However, I kind of wish they had this before I did my my first video, but they do actually have that song for stems too. But that one's done, and I want to do this moving forward. So, mixthemusic.com. If you guys want to check them out, I'm not going to put a link up, or just go to mixthemusic.com, and then you can kind of read on it yourself. And so I've been in touch with them, and as I said, I am not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form yet. So my conversation with them was was that this is what I wanted to do for tutorials, and kind of use their platform in a sense to really dive in and, guitar wise, bass wise, drum wise, vocal wise, and really reverse engineer how these recording artists are achieving their sounds, and more importantly, to like understanding how that mix process works, right? So with Studio One, anybody that has Studio One, be it artist or professional or any version of it, can really get an understanding of how a professional studio recording is put together. So I can get in here and solo any one of these tracks. I can pan them to different places. I can add plugins to them. I can put my own tracks in here, etc., etc., etc. However, I cannot export the track out. That you can't do. So where I'm going with that whole piece is I don't plan on exporting Cinderella's actual tracks. I want to export my own tracks, my own version of that song, or which any song that I'm going to do. And in Studio One, it's kind of nice because even if you're looking at the screen here, so I have this session open, and I can go ahead and just start a new session, and it'll be in another window. And I don't think I don't have one open right now, but I can start a whole brand new session. Actually, just let me go back to my start page here, and here I'll just pull up this one that I had previous. So here's my free fallen session that I was doing for my last video, and I got to go back and finish this one too. Anyway, I can toggle back and forth between these two sessions, right? So I can play this, right? I can play that, and then I just go and I toggle right back into my Cinderella session, and boom, there it is, right? So I can do both at the same time. And what I mean by that is, like, we can look at this representation here for how we're going to mix that stuff and get those Cinderella tones, if you will. And we're going to actually record in a new window, okay? And we're gonna completely duplicate what we've got going here, but it's gonna be our own version. It's gonna be our own recording. We're playing the instruments, we're singing the backups, we're singing the lead line, we're doing all that stuff, we're adding all our own effects, and then we're gonna export that out. And once we export that out and turn it into an MP3, then we're gonna take it and we're gonna license it. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. And then once it's licensed, we get the license back, and then we upload that to YouTube and we shoot a music video for it. That's what I want to do with you guys. That has been my whole premise the whole time. And so when I saw this happen the other night there on YouTube, and this came up, and I got to get a hold of Personas and mix some music, and this is what we're doing. So they've given me permission to do this as a test, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike for it. And if I do it properly, I won't. That's why I can't play you the whole damn song here, but just pieces of it. And but they have given me permission to do it. And hopefully, going forward in the future, if they like the little series that I'm doing here, maybe they'll sponsor me. And there's actually 5 songs that I am planning on doing, and I'll just kind of tell you what those are real quick. And so we are going to do, first and foremost, we're doing this one. This Nobody's Fool by Cinderella. Then we're going to do, no particular order, but then we're going to do Rock of Ages by Def Leppard. Yes, I have those stems too. And then we're going to do a Poison song. We're going to do Talk Dirty to Me. Crowd favorite. Everybody loves it. Every rock band that I've ever been in, we've always played it. And it might not appeal to some people, but you know what? It's downright 4 on the floor, dirty rock and roll, and we're going to do that one. So if you want to see that one, stay tuned and watch for my uploads. We're also going to do another crowd favorite of mine, for sure, is Lunatic Fringe. I'm going to go a little Canadian side here, do Lunatic Fringe. So we're going to do Free Ride by Edgar Winter. I love that riff. I've always loved his riff. and it can be tricky to play. But we're gonna break that down. What are we talking? We're talking the '70s, man. Like I'm pretty sure that was 1970 something when that one came out. I'll have to look that up. But you know what? The music has no boundaries. All this stuff is going to be good, and we're going to learn so much by doing this. I'm a cover guy, right? And that's kind of where I don't do a lot of writing, recording my own material, but I do a ton of covers. And I learn a lot just by doing covers. I learn a lot about the mixing process and recording process because I always try to emulate that. And I try to do the best representation that I can to emulate any cover that I do. And sometimes it takes a long frickin' time to do it. But I learn from that, right? Because I don't want to release anything until it's damn near perfect, or at least until I'm very proud of it, right? And that's kind of what we're going to do here. So again, 5-6 part miniseries for this song of Nobody's Fool by Cinderella. And I cannot wait to get to the vocal part in this. And I'm going to do that live, not live stream, but I'm going to do that on air, on mic here with you. And I'm going to show you exactly how I achieve those tones, how you can achieve those tones, how you can kind of take certain valves in your not certain valves, but yeah, certain valves in your throat for your singing voice, and how you go from your diaphragm up into your upper chest here, and then get it into your head voice without sounding real falsetto like that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about it. You know what? I follow. I take my lessons from Ken Tamplin's Vocal Academy, and I've learned a lot just from that guy's academy. It might not be right or how you see it, or you might think I'm a shitty singer or whatever. Doesn't matter, because I'm enjoying what I do and I love it, and it works for me. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Adlai Studios. On my website. Don't forget to do that. But more importantly, on YouTube here, hit that notification bell, subscribe, please, and let's make music together, and let's all elevate our sound, right? Let's have fun. Let's elevate our sound. We'll see you guys in the next video.